Once upon a time in a small village, there lived a young boy named Kingsley. His family struggled to make ends meet. His parents, hard-working but poor, could not afford the luxury of sending him to school, as there were just not enough resources to do so. Rather than leaving him idle, they made the difficult decision to send him to learn a trade. Kingsley learned to become a skilled carpenter under the tutelage of an elderly craftsman named Master Emeka. Kingsley's life began humbly, but he was determined to work hard and improve his situation. He spent years in the village, learning from Master Emeka, who treated him like a son, passing on all his wisdom, skills, and values. After 7 years of hard work and dedication, Master Emeka, impressed by Kingsley's progress, decided to send him to the city to learn more and experience the world outside the village. In the city, Kingsley found success as a skilled carpenter, establishing his own business. Over time, he grew his craft and began employing others. His business flourished. He invested carefully, built his own house, and even started expanding his network. Kingsley thought long and hard about his future, and after some years, he realized he was ready for the next step: finding a partner. Someone to share his life with, someone who would support him through the highs and lows of life. One day, while walking through the busy streets of the city, Kingsley noticed a young lady sitting alone at a street corner. She looked forlorn, tired, but also intelligent and kind. Her name was Lily, a 25-year-old woman whose parents were struggling immensely. They could barely afford the basic necessities, let alone a proper education for her. Lily was at home most of the time, feeling trapped in the cycle of poverty. She had dreams, but no way of achieving them. Kingsley approached her and struck up a conversation, and she shared the story of her family's hardships. He was moved by her resilience, and a deep empathy began to grow within him. After a few weeks of casual conversations and meetings, Kingsley found himself drawn to Lily's strength of character and quiet grace. One day, he gathered the courage to express his intentions. "Lily," Kingsley said gently, "I would like to settle down with you. I believe you're the one I've been waiting for." Lily was surprised, but her heart warmed at his words. After some thought, she smiled and agreed to consider his offer. As their relationship grew, Kingsley realized that Lily was not going to school. She had no education because her parents couldn't afford it. She had the potential, but no one had been there to support her. "Why aren't you going to school, Lily?" Kingsley asked one evening. She looked down, her voice filled with sadness. "My parents cannot afford it." "I had dreams, but dreams are not enough when you don't have the means to pursue them." Kingsley, feeling a deep sense of responsibility and love for her, made a promise. "I will send you to school, Lily. You have a future, and I believe in you. When you finish, we will marry, and you can have the life you deserve." Lily's heart soared with hope. She rushed home that evening to share the news with her parents. They were overwhelmed with emotion, not just for her future, but for the kindness of a man who had shown her such selfless support. Weeks passed, and Kingsley made arrangements to send Lily to a top university in the city to study business. He believed in her potential, and he was willing to invest in her dreams. Lily excelled at her studies, and within 4 years she graduated with honors, earning her degree as a certified businesswoman. As the years went by, Lily's success and independence grew. However, with her newfound confidence came a shift in perspective. She began to see herself as someone above Kingsley, whom she now viewed as uneducated compared to her. She couldn't reconcile the gap between them. One fateful day, Lily sat down with Kingsley and told him, "I've been thinking a lot about us. I can't marry you. I've become educated, and you're not. We are no longer on the same level. I need someone who can match me in every way." Kingsley stood in silence, heartbroken, but said nothing. He simply nodded, accepting her decision without argument. He respected her decision, even though it crushed him inside. Lily's parents, instead of offering support or guiding her to see the love and sacrifice Kingsley had shown her, sided with her. They too believed that she should not marry beneath her, not realizing that Kingsley was the very one who had paved the way for her success. Kingsley, undeterred by her rejection, moved on with his life. He met another woman, settled down, and built his life further. He never forgot Lily, but he learned to forgive her, understanding that people sometimes make decisions based on pride and insecurity rather than love and gratitude. Years passed, and Lily's life took a different turn. Her marriage to the man of her dreams was full of turbulence. The man she married turned out to be not the support she had envisioned. Her wealth and success started to crumble as her husband's bad decisions and their constant arguments drained her resources. In a cruel twist of fate, Lily found herself selling bottled water on the streets just to survive. She had gone from the heights of success to the depths of poverty, and her world was now a far cry from the dreams she had once held. One fateful day, as Kingsley drove through the city streets, he saw her. There she was, Lily, standing on the corner, selling water to passers-by. Her once radiant face was now tired and worn, her eyes full of regret. Kingsley slowed his car, not realizing it was her at first. But as he approached, their eyes met. Lily, desperate for survival, approached his car, her voice trembling. "Sir, would you like to buy some water?" she asked softly, barely recognizing the man who had once promised her the world. Kingsley recognized her instantly. His heart ached for her, but he did not say a word. He purchased a bottle of water from her and drove off, not looking back, but feeling the weight of everything that had transpired. Lily, realizing who had just bought the water, stood frozen, tears streaming down her face. She had rejected the very man who had given her a chance at a better life. She had allowed her pride to blind her, and now she was left with nothing but regrets. This story teaches a powerful lesson. Never underestimate the value of humility and gratitude. Parents should always guide their children towards the right path, helping them make wise decisions and avoiding selfish choices. Lily's story serves as a cautionary tale of how pride and ego can destroy the most beautiful opportunities, and how humility and love can transform lives. If she had married Kingsley, she would have lived a life full of love, support, and prosperity, but her inability to appreciate the good in front of her led to her downfall. Let this be a lesson for all who hear it. Respect those who help you, never let pride rule your decisions, and always value love over superficial measures of success.